How you doing, YouTube? Silver Joker here. So as you may be aware or may not be aware, you can actually pre-order the 2021 Eagles right now. AppMax has them for about the best price that I've seen out there. So you can pre-order them, and I think the release is somewhere in the first week, maybe second week of January, maybe around the 10th or so. So you can order them now and get them shipped then. But I was made aware of something by Phil, my local coin store owner, that I was not aware of before, and I bet many of you are probably not aware of this either, about the release of the 2021 Eagles. So if you're interested to find out what that is and hear the conversation we had about the whole kind of collector coin economy and how that's developed and how the price of the coins are determined, stick around. So how these the 2021 Eagles are going to be released could either be a good or a bad thing. It really depends on how you look at it. I personally think it's a good thing the way they do it. It has a potential of being a good thing if it's done the way Phil thinks it's going to be done. So I'll let him explain that to you in his own words. And we talked a little bit about the collector economy, and I'll talk to you guys at the end.
I've heard that the first run of the 2021 Eagles are going to have the same design as the 2020s and all the way back to the 86s, and then sometime mid-year, supposedly they're going to change the design. Again, whether that changes again or not, I don't know for sure. Sometimes you just don't know what the mint has up their sleeve or is going to do. Sometimes they're not sure what they're going to do either, but
right.
Certainly I think we'll see some type of design change at some point next year, but I don't believe it's going to be on the first round of the 2021s. I think it's actually a bonus for Eagle collectors in general, because if that's the case, you have two types of Eagles next year to collect with the 2021 dates, and to me, it also cuts the mintages of both of them dramatically, which makes them both low mintage. And this is one of the things I wanted to mention. If you do place an order for 2021 Eagles, my guess is you'll probably get the first design. If there are two designs for the year, you're going to get the first wave of designs, which is probably the standard 1986 on version of the Eagle. And the obverse, I don't believe, was going to change much, if at all. So people that have ordered 2021 Eagles, pre-ordered those for delivery in January, my guess is if there is really a two design year, you're going to get this design first, and that will be your pre-order, and then down the road, when the mint changes the design, I don't know if there'll be a lot of fanfare or not, to be honest. Either way, even if they come out with the new design right up front on January 1st, then you've got the new design.
Right.
If they come up with a similar design or the same design from 86 on, and they decide to change it next year at some point in time next year, you've got the last of the old design with the 2021 date, which I think either scenario, I'd rather have the last date of the 2021 with the old design, the old design on the 2021, plus then later in the year pick up the new design.
I agree.
And have both, obviously. To me, that's, like I say, it's kind of a windfall for Eagle collectors, because there's potentially, a set that you could put together, old design, new design, with the same date on it. And there are coins throughout the history of the United States where they've done design changes that have the same date. You think about a couple of the dimes.
Right.
Think about a few other denomination of coins where the design change, it was more dramatic change for certain coins, but there was a design change in mid-year, and chances are those coins, both the last and the first design, usually are collectible at some point. Or just one other thing I like to say on the Eagles for next year too, because they might do the old design at one of the mints and start with the new design at a different mint. So keep in mind that the mint marks sometimes also make a huge difference in the Eagles. So The two designs may have two different mint marks also next year, so I don't know what their plans are. I don't know if you could research it and figure out, maybe they've laid it out what they're going to do, but again, mint marks too can make a big difference in an eagle, in terms of the collectability of an eagle, regardless of the design. Also, we had the Philadelphia emergency issues this year.
Yeah.
And,
but the thing is they don't have the. I mean, the only way you know is if you get a monster box or get a sealed tube. Right? I mean, they're not going to mark it on the coin. You think?
No, the Philadelphia. I mean, the ones this year, Philadelphia did not have any mint mark.
Right.
The West Point didn't either.
Right.
So the issue was, which one do you have? Well, it either has to be in a third-party holder that has the
NGC or PCGS
has the indication that it came from Philadelphia. Which, how do they know? Well, obviously they go by box numbers and direct shipments from either dealers or you can have your box shipped directly from the mint to the third-party holder or third-party grader if you prefer. But in any event, they need to know that up front so they can identify them on the label. So that might happen again this year. So again, I would probably be ultra sensitive to what is going on in the Eagle, because I think there's going to be some differences this or next year where either mint marks, design changes, quantity. If they only do the old design for 2 or 3 months, certainly those are going to be down the road very collectible, I think, because they're going to have the 2021 date, and they're going to have a different design than the other 2021s. If they don't convert over till November next year, then obviously the 2021s with the new design will probably be more collectible. So it's one of those things you got to kind of keep your ears open for and see what's available. And
it's going to be exciting. Yeah. It's going to be exciting just to have two designs with the same year. That's going to be same date. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, looking back, you have to look back to at circumstances, and a lot of times collectors just be wary of. Sometimes you don't have all the facts in front of you when you jump out to something. I mean, if the mint's going to put extremely low mintage, you can assume that it will. If they limit it to a certain mintage, you can make the determination whether it's something worth the value of what they're asking for, or the secondary market is asking for, based on the mintage. Because once the mintage is hit, the mint cannot make any more. If they stop the mintage at a certain point, and they say they're going to stop, then they have to stop. So they do stop. But when things are fairly high mintage and they come out and they're a little bit different, I mean, obviously the first wave of things that hit the market are going to be overpriced. And chances are they usually come down to a settling point where the availability and the demand kind of meet, and it comes down to what people are willing to pay for it and what people are willing to sell it for. So, and when the buyer and the seller meets, that kind of sets the market value. So again, just a word of advice for next year: as things come out, be prepared that there will be probably some spikes for when certain things come out, maybe different mints, maybe different designs, whatever. But you don't always, I've always said, in coin collecting, crossing the finish line first isn't always the best thing to do. I mean, you don't always have to do that and be the first one on the block to own the coin, because once it's produced, it's going to be available for then on out. The rest of your life, it's going to be available.
Right, I got you. I see that.
Let the prices settle down to where they should be. Nothing continually goes up and nothing continually goes down. So at some point they settle into what we consider market value, and then if you prefer to get one, if you missed one at the onset, you can always go back and get one. You may pay more for it, you may pay less for it, but once it's minted, it's always available. When people start investing, the first wave of the new modern, just one more thing, is the first wave of modern coins, you have to realize that the people that flip them, they made their money on them, but then the new group of people are invested in these coins at a new price. So say you bought a coin $80 from the mint, you flip it for $300. Guess what? The second buyer is invested in that coin at $300. He sees his ceiling is not, it's got to be above $300. It can't be below, because now to him, he's paid $300 for that coin. So the initial money that somebody made is from the person that got it directly from the mint. But now, when you have 80% of the coins being flipped or whatever it is, I don't know what it is, 60%, 80% get flipped right away. People make their money. That whole 60% of the population now is invested in a coin at a whole new level. And that becomes kind of the bottom of where they can grow from, if they do grow. Now they take a chance of it dropping if there's no interest in that coin anymore, but the new bottom is, say, 300 on a coin. So now that coin becomes a $300 coin in the market. Will it hold? Nobody knows for sure. But obviously, the person that bought for 300 doesn't want to sell it for $80, the initial price that somebody got it from the mint. Right. So yeah, when the flip occurs, then you create a whole new collector realm of people that may not consider themselves collectors, but their investment in that coin is at a certain level that they're not going to sell a $300 coin for $80.
Yeah.
Don't get overly excited.
Right.
Get excited, but not overly excited.
Right.
That's my
point.
Yeah.
Stay excited because this is an exciting hobby. It is something, and it's something that's very well worth it. And we got maybe some surprises coming in the future. We don't know. Yeah. I don't want to give anything away. All right. Thanks a lot, Phil. Right. I appreciate it.
Sure.
All right. Well, there you have it. I think it would be awesome to have two 2021 Eagles with different designs for the year. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be a great thing for the definitely for the Eagle collectors like I am. I mean, I love the American Eagle. I have all of them. Like I said before, I think I've shown them all in videos, in previous videos, and to have that crossover, that transition from the 2020 to the 2021, and then have two 2021 designs would be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely going to have mine. You can order them now. Like I said, AppMax has them. Prices are pretty reasonable right now. And like Phil said, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with that 2021 Eagle. I mean, we got some exciting possibilities there, and I just hope that the Mint does a good job in rolling those out in the way they do things. And I think it's just going to be an awesome opportunity for us to really get excited about the American Eagle. I mean, it doesn't give us a whole lot to be excited about over the years, but it is a beautiful coin. But now that they're doing something new with it, I think it's going to just enhance our desire and our like of that particular coin. Okay, so if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe, ring that bell, and you'll be notified as soon as I put out another video. I'm also on Instagram. I just want to say I like the interest you guys shown in that new Silver Joker channel round. That thing is really, you guys have shown a lot of interest in that. I appreciate that. You can get that over at MKBarz, that's MKBarz. And bullion.com. I'll leave a link in the description, and you can get over there and get them. Like I said, there's only 250 of those that are going to be serialized, so they're going fast. And remember, if you use the promo code SJ10, Mike over there at MKBarz will give you 10% off your entire order. So if you haven't got one yet, you may still have time to get yourself one, but once they're gone, they're gone. And so I appreciate the interest you guys have shown in those, and keep an eye on my channel. I got some really exciting things coming up in this channel. I got some really cool swag that I'm going to be introducing here next year, and I think you guys will be interested in that. And we're just going to keep this silver train rolling. We're going to keep things moving in a forward direction, and we're going to really make some really interesting moves in 2021. All right, so I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate all the love and support you guys give me, and let's just keep looking out for each other. Do what we got to do to keep each other safe, and do what we got to do. If you got to go outside, wear a mask. It is that important, and let's just do what we got to do. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Keep stacking. Peace.